pleasure bringing in Bobby Ryan right now as he signs that deal with the Detroit Red Wings. Bobby, congrats on the deal. Congrats on this fresh new chapter of your career. We were seeing earlier the comments you were making about the fact that, you know, with Steve Yzerman, once you spoke to him for 45 minutes, you were ready to go. What was that conversation all about?
A lot of things, mostly where the team was headed, what they looked like, the landscape of what they expected me to bring to the table. The things that I still have in my game that could help them be in a right shot forward where they're a little lean on that. And for me, it was the ability to play with some high end caliber players there in the they're, I guess you would call it the core four, the guys that have been around a little while. So uh, a lot of that, and just a lot about his passion for the team, and you can feel that it's contagious. And it didn't take much more from me than hearing that, and from him personally, all of that to make my decision.
Hey, Bobby, congratulations again. Listen, you're going to a team that is openly in a rebuild. They're doing, Steve Yzerman is looking to do the same type of thing he did with Tampa Bay Lightning that eventually obviously got him well into the playoffs and this year a cup. With that said, when you're talking to a team that is going through that, what are you looking for yourself? And how did that change perhaps from where you were a couple of years ago when things were different for yourself?
Yeah, I think for me, I've had a lot of change in my life in the past, 9 months, give or take, and going to a new team. There were going to be so many new variables already that I felt comfortable with where they were at because it's a role that I've been in, and a lot's changed, but this can be a constant. That I can be an older guy with some veteran wisdom, I guess, in the sense that those guys can lean on me for questions and things like that. And there's the selfish side of things that I want to prove I can still play and play big minutes and kind of reinvigorate my career. I still think I got some hockey left, and they're going to give me that opportunity as long as I earn it, and I intend to earn it. So, those were all kind of the variables. I didn't have a lot of. The only thing I was concerned about that you see in rebuilds sometimes these guys get bogged down by losing night in and night out, and I didn't get that sense from talking to the coach or Dylan Larkin, who I had reached out to at all, that was the case. They seem like they're eager to get better and win, and where I'm at in my career, I think I can help them get there.
Bobby, congratulations. You just kind of answered my question with that one as well. So I'm looking at going to a new team. You've moved teams a couple of times in your career. Does friendships, or do you know anybody on the Red Wings that's going to make that transition a little bit easier? You talk about speaking with Dylan Larkin. Is there anybody there that you've got connections with?
I don't know. This is, the first time I'm going somewhere where I know absolutely nobody. So there was a little bit of that element that I kind of thought maybe this was, too much to take on, and it wasn't. I had Dylan's contact through a St. Louis roller hockey chat, and reached out to him through there and had a great conversation. So talked to a number of the guys today as well, and had reached out as soon as the news came out. So it was really warm, really welcoming. I know that they have a tight group based on my conversations with Steve and Coach, and that's what you want to hear. Somewhere that you think you can fit in, and I feel like after talking to some of the guys, I have that opportunity there.
Hockey players are not only inspiring with what they do on the ice, Bobby, but also what happens off the ice. And, of course, you're one of the nominees for the Bill Masterton Trophy, which is recognizing those individuals who have perseverance and dedication to the sport. And what you went through, battling those substance abuse issues and being so public about it, what have you learned through that process? And have you felt really the outpouring of emotion from the hockey community recognizing how courageous it was that you were public about that?
Yeah, it's been incredible. The feedback, the people that have reached out, being recognized with the award. I mean, all those kind of things are cherries on top to what I'm going through with my family day to day. Every day gets better. Every day, I learn a little bit more about myself through therapy, through meetings, all of those kind of things that, that just help me get in touch with myself day to day and learn and progress. And I think what I've learned mostly is patience. I've never seemed to have a lot of it, and I've always had a short fuse with things, and that fuse is growing. Because of that, my relationships have gotten better. My familiar life at home has just gone through the roof, and those are things that I think you can apply. You can extrapolate and apply into the hockey world. So I'm getting, I'm getting excited to get back to work, to reinsert myself, I guess, in that I had a very small taste of it before COVID had kind of shut things down, and I felt good, but I also felt overwhelmed. And now with all this time off and the therapy that I've gone through, I feel like I can get to a place where I can just be content and play.
Talk about all the time off, Bobby. Where are you at physically? I mean, we've watched the playoffs, and I'm sure you watched them as well. But you kind of lose track of the teams that didn't start in the bubble, and it's been a lot of time not to skate. Have you been skating? Where is that, for yourself and maybe some other guys in a similar situation?
Yeah, I didn't take much time off. I had obviously missed enough time last year and only got the 24 games with the 8 at the end. And I kind of got back. I got right back into the program as soon as that 2-week quarantine was done. Got right back to work for. At that point, I was planning on playing because we weren't sure. We thought we'd finish. And then when that kind of news came down, I readjusted and got back to planning for this year, whenever that may be. I feel like I'm in the best shape I've ever been in. I essentially cut out, I said this earlier, 750 calories a day, which is what was in a bottle of wine when I was not being very bright. So there's that. There's my body's changed quite a bit and dramatic. And I've recently come down to Nashville to work with a skating coach. So doing that for a month before I go to Detroit in November. And it feels like it's been nice to see the changes, personally for me, but as well as my body's changed quite a bit in the past year, and I've leaned out a little bit, and hopefully picking up some speed on the way.
No question. We all look forward to watching you play. Bobby Ryan, congrats on all your success. Good luck in Motown, and appreciate the time today.
Thank you, gents. Have a good day.